Hello there, and welcome back to Satisfactory Years. We're back on Satisfactory, going to be continuing our Boosteroid save, the one we're using the Boosteroid cloud gaming service in order to play. But first, we got to talk about Boosteroid. You know what time it is. Time to talk about the service. Time to talk about how that works, some of the features and stuff like that. So, if you'd like to stick around, that's what we're going to be talking about for the next 10 minutes or so. Uh, anyway. All right, everybody good? Okay, let's go. All right, so if you're still here, you either want to hear it again or you don't really know what Boosteroid is. So, what is Boosteroid? Boosteroid is a cloud gaming service that allows you to play your PC games uh, on the service via the internet. So this takes up quite a lot of internet, a lot more than streaming a video would. Definitely streaming a video game with the cloud gaming service does take a lot of internet. So make sure that you have really good internet in order to access this type of stuff. Um, but yeah, that's what Boosteroid offers you to play your PC games on pretty much any device. We're talking about smartphones, we're talking about tablets, we're talking about smart TVs, laptops and desktops even if you want to use that. If you want to, you know, uh, sit at your desk at work and have a cheeky little game session using Boosteroid. You don't have to install your games as well. You can just click play and log in either to Steam or Epic, depending on where you own the game, and get to playing. So that's pretty much Boosteroid in a nutshell. It just offers that service so that you can play your games without having to have a good gaming PC set up. You don't have to spend those thousands and thousands of dollars uh, in order to uh, in order to play those games that you either the ones that you own or the ones that you really want to play. Want to buy them and use the service on. So really awesome. So the first thing you're going to kind of notice here as we're talking is you're going to notice in the top left we've got a few different things, and we've also got this in the top right as well. So I'm using a browser in order to play Satisfactory today. We've got a bit rate here. We've got the streams FPS, the decode FPS, and the latency here. You can toggle that on and off with the UI as well. Also, the UI and some of the features of the UI are still kind of in beta, so if you run into any bugs or any troubles like that, I'll show you where to get help for those as well. And you've also got the end session button up here in the top right. So if you want to end a session at any time, that's how you end a session. But they ask that if you're using a browser, please do not close tabs because this is really hard on their system. Um, they ask that you please do not close tabs. They don't have any control. They can't stop you from closing the tabs. Just please don't do that. That's all they're asking. You can also stream with Boosteroid as well. There is a stream down here in the bottom left. So if you'd like to do that, you got microphone, brighter picture mode, all that stuff. But yeah, then I go ahead and click into the game. The UI goes away except for the one in the top left here. But yeah, as you can see, we're playing the game right now with any browser. And as you just seen, when I move my mouse cursor to the top of the screen, because I'm using browser, I'm using F11 in order to full screen it. So it looks like I'm playing the game without having the browser or, section around it. But if I move my mouse cursor to the top of the screen, it brings that back up. And you see I got two tabs here. I've got the game tab, which we're currently on uh, as well. And if I hit Control Alt, that brings the UI back up. You can click back in to get rid of it. Um, yep, I'm going to go ahead and click over here as well. And now we are playing we are now over on the main website. So a few things you're going to notice when you first sign up or sign in. This is what you're going to be greeted with is their main page um, as well. And speaking of signing up, if you wish to subscribe to Boosteroid, cloud gaming service, there is a link down in the description below that will help you do that. And if you decide to use that link, I do thank you because you do help out the channel as well. So, but yeah, when you're perusing games and stuff like that, you're going to notice a few different things. We're going to talk about them. One of them is underneath each game. You're going to notice either it says license required or it says free. Both of these types require you to have a subscription from Boosteroid in order to play them. And you're probably asking yourself, well, why is that? And the reason is because you're still using their servers and their hardware in order to play the game. Um, so even if I'm playing World of Tanks, even though that's a free game, uh, I'm still connecting to a computer halfway across the planet in order to play that game. And plus, if you're playing it like on your phone and stuff like that, a lot of these games are not available for mobile. So all you need is a good internet connection in order to play these games. You don't have to worry about installing anything, so don't worry about that. The license required games, those what that means is that you need to own the game. Uh, so like Satisfactory, like Raft, and stuff like that, you actually have to own these games either on Steam or on Epic in order to play them. This is because when you click play, it's going to take you to that login, either Steam or Epic, and then it's going to verify you have the game, and then it's going to download the cloud save if cloud saves are available for the game, and that's going to allow you to then resume your save or start a brand new save, whichever, in order to play that game. Yeah, Boosteroid does not have access to your computer, your personal files. Um, so this means a couple different things. One, this means that if cloud saves are not available for the game, you're not going to be able to resume that save. This also means third-party software like mod managers and mods themselves are not supported on games on Boosteroid. They want you to play the game as intended, but there are a few exceptions to the rule. One of them being that games that have uh, Workshop, the Steam Workshop. I don't know how it works on Epic because I don't own games on Epic typically. Um, the uh, the Steam Workshop, when you go to play a game, it will automatically re-download those mods in order for you to resume the game. So that's one of the exceptions. The other exception is games like SnowRunner, which SnowRunner here, um, I don't know why I clicked it, to be honest. SnowRunner there has a built-in mod manager um, that is intended by the developers for you to download mods and stuff like that. So it's the only other thing allowed. Um, no downloading stuff off of websites, no third-party software, stuff like that is not supported by Boosteroid. So um, other than those exceptions that I just mentioned, you're not going to be able to use mods on games um, as well. So the other thing to note is that if you're going to play a game on Boosteroid, make sure you're playing the correct one. And what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is, like I just said, talking about the logins and stuff. If we hit the search bar here, this is how you can search up games, by the way. See if the game is supported by Boosteroid, as well as adding it to your library and stuff like that for quick and easy access, so you don't have to scroll through the main page of what games they have available because you'll scroll forever. It's a very big list. I'm going to type in snow here, which is for SnowRunner. Because it's a good example. They have the Steam version and the Epic version. Make sure you click the play on the version that you own, or click the plus icon to add it to your library on the version that you own. If I click the play on Epic, it's going to take me to Epic. I'm then going to log into Epic Games, and it's going to go, you don't have the game, so it's not going to launch it. Um, I own the Steam version, so I click play on the Steam version. I log in, that automatically downloads the cloud save and stuff like that. So that is one thing to be aware of. The other thing to be aware of is I was talking about cloud saves earlier. There are certain games like 7 Days to Die, like Dyson Sphere Program, and others, of course, where cloud saves are not an option because the developers of the game have not implemented cloud saves for their game. They haven't allowed it, or however that system works. I don't know how game development works, but uh, so in place of this, Boosteroid has offered a local saves option to where if you start a brand new game with Boosteroid, that save will then save to their servers, and then you can resume it later when you go back on using the service again. So but this also means that I cannot resume a game I have on Dyson Sphere Program. I cannot resume that from my computer because cloud saves aren't available. So that's how it gets your saves and save data and stuff like that, is from the cloud, from the internet. So as one other thing to be aware of. Oh, and if you're not new to Boosteroid, there has been some UI changes and stuff like that for different things. One of them including one of the major changes that I've seen was with the network test. Now I'm not going to do the network test anymore, like I used to, like I usually do at the beginning or at the when it's just like, let's test our network and see how good our stream is going to go today. Nope, can't do that no more. The reason is because it shows my exact location where I live, so I'm not going to do that anymore. But it is pretty darn cool. It shows you all the servers. When you're looking at it, it shows you all the servers that they have around the planet, around the globe. Really awesome. And it shows you where you are, and it connects you to the closest server, which mine is in the south. So that's my closest one. But they have a whole bunch of servers lining the east coast of the U.S. They have a few out west as well, a whole bunch over there in the UK area and stuff like that too. So it's really cool to be able to see all the different Boosteroid servers and show you which ones you're being connected to and all that. It's really cool. So definitely check that out if you want to see that. Um, so let's say you're having some troubles or something like that, or you got some questions. Maybe you want to suggest a game to add to the Boosteroid service. There's a few different ways you can do that. One of them being is this little question mark up here. You can click this. This will be one of the quickest ways you can get help for generic stuff. They have they have a whole bunch of different articles and stuff in here. You can type in this, and it'll link you to a few different of those and stuff like that. And that might be the quickest way you can get help for a lot of generic problems that you might run into. The other thing you can do is you can click um, this little deal down here, the chat service, um, and you then follow the on-screen instructions, and you can get connected to a live agent to then get help through that as well. And the one of the other options is, as you've seen on the main page, they do have a Discord server, so you can join that Discord server and get help through there. There's quite a few different things on the Discord server. That Discord server has a lot going on, including giveaways. You can watch different people using Boosteroid service and recording it, and you know, putting their videos out there as well, doing streams, all kinds of different things. There's tons of different stuff going on. So definitely join the Discord server if you haven't already, um, as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to pricing, I guess. Oh, the one more thing too, they do have a store called Fanatical. You can click on Fanatical. There's how-tos on how to get the keys. When you buy a game off of Fanatical, you'll get a Steam key or an Epic key depending on which one you bought, and these two right here will help you on how to activate those on the different stores. So just be aware of that as well. There's a store as well. Okay, so yep, let's go ahead and move on to pricing. Okay, so one of the major things they had done a change for was changing the differences between the plans and stuff like that. This is the most recent stuff, and rather than doing 1 month and 1 year, they have changed quite a stuff, as you can clearly see here, which I had been aware of um, just recently. This is only like a few days ago, by the way. They did subscription plans. Um, did subscription plans changes. Um, so basically, instead of having both options the same, other than one being a month and one being a year, these are the different changes, as you can see here. By the way, if you do have a discount code, um, you want to enter that here and then click apply, and then apply it to one or both of these, depending on what kind of code it is, and it'll apply the proper discount before you click which one that you're going to buy. So they just have the current standard. As you can see, there's a coming soon as well. Looks like they're going to be going up to 4K and 120 FPS for streaming option. But rather than 1 month and 1 year, they have changed it down to 1 month and 6 months. So 1 month is still 989 euros a month. That's the currency there, which equates to about $1075 a month as well um, for the 1 month as well. I believe this is just a one-time payment, but I think you could set it up as a reoccurring as well. And basic VM up to 1080p 60 FPS, and up to 1080p 60 FPS, and then this new one that they're working on, which will be 4K 120, and you'll get ray tracing and stuff like that too. So that one's a little bit more expensive. All right, and then the 6 month payment is 49.89 euros, which comes out to almost $55. It's just under 55. It's like 54.46, I think, was the calculation. I had to look this up as well because I can't do that stuff in my head. But yeah, and then the Ultra is around $20, and the 6th month is just under $100. Um, so yeah, that's for a 6 month rather than a year, what it used to be. And as far as I know, the sessions are still unlimited. I don't know if that's going to change, but as far as to my knowledge, I have, not been told different, that the session times are still unlimited. Doesn't matter which one you purchase. Actually, you can't even purchase this one, but between these two, um, because you can't even purchase these yet, um, on the standard um, is going to be still unlimited. Hopefully, they don't change that. Because that's kind of been their cornerstone. That's kind of been one of their major edges against their competition. Has been the unlimited play session times, being able to play completely unlimited for as long as you want. Doesn't matter 5 minutes or 5 hours, you can play as long as you want, and the session will never end until either you've been timed out or you end the session, of course. Um, anyway, that's pretty much pricing. Looks like they're kind of stepping up their game in order to get stuff done. Um, which the new one will be in 4K, 100 to 120 FPS. That's what they've been working on, and ray tracing as well. Ooh, high-end VM. There you go. So anyway, so that's pretty much the pricing. That was the one new pricing change they did just a couple days ago, I think. It's like 3 or 4 days ago. So anyway, let's go ahead and hop back on over to Boosteroid here. Back on over to the main page. Yeah. So there is one more way of getting help as well that I forgot to mention. Down in the comment section down below, there is a pinned comment that you can also click that as well. So there'll be a link in that pinned comment. You can click that and get some help through that way too. But anyway, let's go ahead and I think that's everything I wanted to talk about. Let's go ahead and hop on into the game itself. By the way, I was doing transition. I was doing the calculations there on Google. I was letting Google do it for me just to check. But anyway, here we are back into the game. Let's go ahead and hop on in. Let's go get our gaming on. Alrighty then, here we are in game. So this is where we left off last time. It's gonna be a little laggy till everything loads in. That's just how Satisfactory has always been. Okay, once it steadies out, we're also gonna do the hit the tilde key just above the tab key. Type in STAT space FPS, enter. That's going to put up the FPS in the top right corner, kind of in the top right corner-ish. To show you, yeah, FPS is about 30 some. This is because I'm running Lumen as well on this game. Because this game looks beautiful with Lumen. It looks amazing with Lumen going on. But you don't have to run Lumen. It's just, that's an optional thing because they come with Unreal Engine 5. So, but yeah, here we are in the game. I did do a little bit in between episodes as well. Kind of been putting some time aside to hop on here and do a little bit of present collecting so that we can get our Ficsmas stuff going on. Oh, that does remind me. Let's go ahead and open up the calendar, the event calendar over here. It should be fun because we have not been on here since the 3rd even. So we're going to be getting lots of presents. Okay, where's number 3 or number 4? Sorry, I don't remember. Is that number 8 right there? It looks like an 8, doesn't it? Maybe it's just a smoke. So yeah, let's search for number 4. Oh, right there on this key. What the heck? Never seen that animation before. That gives us the baubles. Not that we can make those anyway. We don't have access to the assembler yet. And then number 5. I wish I could remember where these numbers are. I see number 6 up there in the clouds. People are probably screaming at me, number 5 is right there. Why are you so blind? It's like, I'm sorry. Oh, that's right. It is right there. That gives us the basic Ficsmas skin for our belts and stuff like that. But that does cost decorations and things. So we don't have that stuff being made yet. And then number 6 was up in the clouds here. Which gives us the silver baubles as well. Which we can't even make yet. Sorry, the iron baubles. I call them baubles, by the way. That's just what I call them. And then number 7. Where is number 7? There's number 7 over there on the green present. I love that one. That gives us 300 color cartridges. Interesting. So those ones, not these ones here, not like these baubles here, but when we get like the iron Christmas ornaments, the bows, the candy canes, the 200 color cartridges and stuff, this is all completely random, so your game is going to be different. Just letting you know. Is this a number 8? No, it is not the number 8. Okay, it just looks like an 8. I see 9, but I want to hit 8 first. Oh, there's number 8 right there on that present. Oh, we got some Ficsmas coupons. We can't even use those yet. We don't even have the store unlocked. Okay, then number 9 was right there on the hind leg. Number 10 is just below it as well. Alright, we've got some copper ornaments. Very nice. We haven't been on here in a while, which is why we were able to unlock all this. This is according to the number of days, by the way. Ooh, and the Wonder Star, too. Because these numbers account for the days of December. So you can only unlock the ones that are of your current day. And the way this event works is it uses your computer's time. I don't know what time. What time is it on this computer that I'm using? It's located in the Ukraine, so I have no freaking clue what time it's going to be there. So number 13 is right there next to the moon. Got some actual snow. And then number 14 is over here on the sled. We get some more candy canes. And then number 15, where are we at? We're on 17 right now, so number 15, where are you? I see 16 there. Oh wait, we forgot number 12. Whoops. And number 11 as well. Got some quantum computers. I see 15, okay. So we didn't do number 11 either. Or 13. I'm skipping numbers here. Oops. Oh, there's number 11 right there. Right there on the nose. And then we've got the premium Ficsmas skin. That's for the... I think that's for the vehicles. If I remember correctly. I don't remember correctly, though, probably. And then number 13... So I can see 15. Where was number 13? That might take me a minute to find 13. I see 24, 21, 19. I'm not sure where number 13 is. Also, this episode's going to be going out really late. I had a stream I had to be a part of, or that I definitely wanted to be a part of as well, but there's 18 right there. But yeah, I had a stream I wanted to be a part of. That's why this one's going to be going out really late. We ended up with an episode almost 6 hours long. It was pretty insane. It took up all of my time. And it went by so fast as well. So much fun, though. I super enjoyed it. So that's why this one's going out pretty darn late, getting this recorded and stuff like that. 13, 13, 13, where is 13? What the heck? Okay, I'm not finding 13 and not gonna get going on this, so what I might do is I might be using need help finding a number? This is where you type it in down here. If Boosteroid would let me. Oh. Oh, I had it. Oh, come on, Boosteroid. Let me have the... It's because it changes to a different cursor, and Boosteroid does not like that. I'm not even clicking it right now. There we go. 13. Oh, we already got 13. Duh. I'm an idiot. Okay, 14. All right, and then 15. No, we got some power shards we can't even use. Didn't we get power shards last time, too? Last episode. And then 16. 25 tickets, so we got 30 tickets now. Very nice. And then 17. Oh yeah, we did find 17. It was right there. There's 17. Okay. And then we got a bunch more gifts. Very nice. I'll be putting the gifts up. So, all right, and that's 17. That's where we're at currently. I don't think it's gonna let me unlock 18. I'll try it though. Oh, it must be 18 and oh, I got some coal. Yeah, it must be 18 in Ukraine. It's only 17 for me in the U.S. So. Actually, yeah, it is pretty close to the 18th, so that does make sense. So that they'd already be, because they're ahead of us in time. So this is the amount of presents I have collected. You may be sitting there thinking, going, "Holy crap, that's so many presents!" Not really. I'll go through that pretty darn quickly. It takes a lot to make what we're trying to make here. So yeah, let's go ahead and put the coal up. I might make a separate box. Probably over here for the Christmas stuff, because we're getting kind of full. So let's go ahead and put down a separate box here, and then we'll put our Ficsmas stuff in here. I actually might. Well, it depends on what the research wants, I guess. But yeah, I think this. Okay. Oh. You know what? Actually, take all real quick. Let's check out the MAM. The molecular analysis machine, or MAM for short. Ficsmas holiday event. Okay. All right, so we can unlock the tree upgrade too, but we're gonna need those assemblers, and this one needs smelters. Okay, so we can't continue right now. That's all right. We can hold on to this stuff right here, and we can work on that. But yeah, I'm gonna put the Christmas stuff up just to keep it out of my inventory. Okay. I gotta remember not to use escape with Boosteroid. I'm getting a little bit of input lag too. I mean, my latency is... Well, my latency's down a little bit, but... I must be having trouble with connecting to their servers currently. That's okay. We'll put those up too, and those tickets. We're not going to need those. Same with these quantum supercomputer or quantum computers. Those aren't even in the game yet, so those probably won't be in until like 1.0. And then power shards. Wait, no, I keep that because we can overclock now, can't we? So yeah, I'll keep those. Then my hand slots. That and that. Oh yeah, we're also using. Oh, we're out. I guess we ran out and I just wasn't paying attention. That's okay. Come here, big present. Eh. I need my legs. Can't make my legs yet, can I? Can I even make those yet? Can I make the Blade Runners? Blade Runners be... Nope, I can't even make them. Let's see. We need to grab another tier here. Or grab another parts assembly. Parts assembly would probably be good. Jump pads, resource sync, bonus sync program. And then logistics mark 2. Let's see, part assembly. That's the next step. So, which will unlock us the ability to make the smart plating to complete phase 1. So we do have a little bit before we get that done. Looks like we're going to need to go resource collecting as well. Like, yeah, I didn't even think about us running out of stuff. I completely forgot. So, let's go get some resources to burn. I kind of want to leave this center little island thing alone, because I think it looks pretty nice. So I'm going to go ahead and go over here. Let's go ahead and chop down some trees. Nice. And I got this stupid thing talking to me. Better pick it up before it annoys the crap out of me. I'm complying. Pretty. They're pretty annoying. Freaking things. Alright, let's go back to resource collection. I was just like, what the heck is this weird freaking shadow? It's the space elevator. Oh, that's pretty funny. Oh, man. I'm losing connection here. Oh, no, we're good. We're back to green, or back to white, I guess you could say. Can't believe that. I was just like, what the heck is going on with this game? It's like, oh, look at the shadow. I could always tell where my base is, even if I didn't have the UI. Look at my massive tree. Not only the space elevator, but yeah, the massive freaking Christmas tree. We're going to have snowmen and stuff. It's going to be like so out of character for the desert. Like, no, this is not true snowman. This is a special synthetic snow. It doesn't melt. I wouldn't eat it though either. They can't be healthy. The other thing I'm going to do too is, since I got some remaining whatchamacallit stuff, solid biofuel, we're going to make a solid biofuel factory real quick. Probably just off the coast here. Is this, which one's on the grid? Okay, this one's in the grid. Okay, I'll have to fix that with the with those over there. By the way, I do have some materials so that we can switch this to zoot mode, so that we can make a solid biofuel. Whatchamacallit? So solid biofuel factory, and that's what I want. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, yeah, we'll just take control of this little inlet here, covered up with some foundation. I like to build on foundation, by the way. Foundation's like the best. Okay, we'll have to go collect some more concrete. Pretty sure we have some more over there. So yeah, I don't want to fill these up yet because I want to get this factory ready. So we're probably going to have to produce some. Yeah, we'll have to produce some cable. That's definitely going to go out fast. So if you want to produce a solid biofuel factory, here's how you do it. I'm about to do it. Let me grab this container. So first off, we're going to put down 2 containers for 2 different lines. So we're going to put down a container for here and a container here. Just like that. And then we're going to put a constructor in front of, one constructor in front of each of these. Or sorry, 2 constructors in front of each of these, sorry. Let's try to build a little compact here. Oh, no, stay on page, please. Sorry, I hit Control W, and Control W is Firefox's shortcut for closing out the entire browser, because it closes the window. And there's nothing I can do about that. So I just have to remember not to move when I'm holding Control. So go ahead and put a factory there. And a factory as close as we can. No, that's perfect. Okay. That was perfect. It just didn't look like it. Okay. We've got our two factories next to each other. So this one, the left one, is going to be biomass leaves. So we put leaves in and it turns it into biomass. Tab. There we go. Sorry, the UI is a little bit funky when it comes to Satisfactory. Games like Satisfactory, where the UI navigation is extremely complicated sometimes to how it works. You might find a little bit of weirdness with that in Boosteroid. It's not Boosteroid's fault neither. It's just Boosteroid doesn't expect some of these games. The UI works in weird ways, and not to the typical. This will be biomass wood. So this one will take wood and turn it into biomass as well. So in one box, we'll put wood. So yeah, basically to get around this for Satisfactory, instead of hitting escape all the time to escape the menus, I just had to hit tab twice. That'll keep Boosteroid happy as well. It's just one of those things that you can't control it, so there's nothing you can do, or there's nothing. I don't know. Maybe there's something that Boosteroid can do to kind of improve that, but since Firefox and other browsers do not allow for the changing of hotkeys, there's nothing Boosteroid can really do about that. Just the way it has to be. Anyway. And last time we did unlock mergers as well, so we're going to throw down a conveyor merger in front of both of these machines. We're going to, make it turn yellow, which just means it's going to be clipping into the machine slightly. Not a big problem. And that way I can just go from here to here with a perfect 90-degree corner of the belts. So we're going to merge both of these, basically. And we should probably get power to these as well. So let's grab some power. What I like to do is I like to hop up on top of here, and I like to put my power pole right on top of this merger. This way I can go to both machines, as well as we can run a power pole. I'm going to put a power pole right here between the boxes, just for extra access, and then connect to that. That way everything kind of stays nice and neat for the most part. So we've got one setup for biomass wood, one setup for biomass leaves, and basically when I turn this on, that's going to make these machines turn both of those resources into biomass. And we're going to make some biomass along with it so it goes a little faster. But then we're going to do production. I was going to say construction. I have no idea why. Then we're going to line it up with that merger. And we could probably get away with this, but I'm going to do it to here, just so I can upgrade that belt for later. Then we're going to take our Mark 1 belt. We're going to go from the merger over to this constructor. And what this constructor is going to do is this constructor is going to make solid biofuel. So it's going to take all the biomass and it's going to turn it into biofuel. We need to go get some more concrete before we turn all this on. Actually, maybe we should turn it all on now that it's set up. So now everything has power. Well, it's going to have power once I throw some biomass in the machines here. Because both of these boxes I put my stuff in there. So that's going to make solid biomass for us while we do other things. So that's the whole point of this game. The whole point of this game is to take what you have to do manually and automate it as much as possible. And then you continue to automate. So all this stuff eventually that's on the left here, except for the biomass stuff and the power shards, we're automating the biofuel, I know, but eventually we're not going to be doing that at all. There's going to be almost no reason to automate biofuel. So I'm going to go ahead and go into here as well. We're going to throw our flower petals in there. I am going to take that biomass and that bit of wood out of there. I'm going to throw in this bacon. I'm going to throw in these berries. Those are going to be saved for research for later. I'm going to throw in this. I'm going to throw in that as well. What else? What else can we throw in there? No, we kind of need everything else, so we're going to go ahead and keep that. We're going to throw the presents in with these presents, because eventually we'll get around to making those factories. We have a few factories kind of started to set up, but that's about it. This one was wood. So I'm going to throw the wood in there. And then inside this machine, on the end here, I'm going to throw in this bit of biomass. There we go. So that when it gets turned on, it's ready to go. Okay, now that that's all sorted, let's go ahead and hop back on over here. I think there was there some biomass in here, or no? No, what I have is it. Okay, that's fine. And eventually you'll unlock recipes to turn like the remains of the enemies you kill into biomass as well, if you like to do that. And it provides way more, and it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Okay. So then I guess in my inventory, I'm going to go ahead and split this up between 3 machines. It's not going to last very long, but we don't need it to. Okay, so these are the 3 machines. So I'm going to take this, split it up into 3s. So 3, 3, and 3. And then we're going to split this up into 2 and 1 and 1. Okay. This is basically all this is doing is just to make sure we put somewhat even amounts inside these machines. Okay. Yep, it's immediate. Sorry about that. That was a bit jarring for me too. Forgot that it was going to try and immediately power up. Yeah, what I should have done was while I was gathering all those presents, I should have powered on the entire system, but I guess I just forgot. I was just mainly focused on getting presents so that we can make progress on that this time when I got back on there. Okay, and it looks like we're still good as far as capacity. We are overdoing our max capacity, so we're probably going to end up blowing another fuse here in a minute. But now we're making biomass and turning that biomass into solid biofuel, which is awesome. Now this needs 120 per minute, but we do not have Mark IIs unlocked yet, so the efficiency is going to be down by half here in a minute. As you can see, the efficiency is dropping, which is this percentage right here. That's just because it can't get in there fast enough. But yeah, like I said, we're going to let that go. This needs 60 per minute. The other one needs 60 per minute. And it's going to get full here as well. And we're just going to take some leaves, I guess. So 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to help these machines make biomass and biofuel. So that way we can get this system done a little bit faster. Because I can craft faster than the machines currently. So let's go ahead and make this biomass and turn it into solid biofuel. Alrighty then. I think I got done just about as the machines got done as well. I think I just heard the machines turn off. It is now dark, by the way. This is what, by the way, this is what, I don't know how lit up it is in here without lumen, but it is lumen is pretty good. Okay, yeah, I'll fix this in a little bit. Don't worry, guys. I'll fix that. Let's see. You're still adding leaves. I might help you with that. I know you're out of wood. Wait, no, you're full. Oh, there goes our power. Oh, that's why. Because we're full as well, so yeah. Alright, let me grab this machine's biomass here. And I'll turn that into biofuel real quick. And then what I want to do is I want to take all this biomass and fill the machines with it. Or fill the things with it so we can just go. Yeah. This is why I'm having the machines help me, by the way. It's just because it takes this long to make 4 each. It takes a while. Okay, and then one more. Bang. Okay. Oop. I hit escape again. I need to stop doing that. I always forget, man. I always forget. Okay, so I'm going to put the 200 in each of these. So bang. Bang. And bang. Okay, let's go ahead and turn back on the power. And off she goes to the races. Everything's running again. Okay, I'm going to put the rest of this biofuel in here. So get the making. Okay, so in front... Oh, yeah, we need concrete, don't we? Do we have enough to put down... Oh, we do have enough to put down this. Okay. Alright. That way I can put down a box here. Good old storage crate. And then logistics. Grab another belt. Okay. And there goes the solid biofuel. So we need to unlock Mark II in order to get that a bit more efficient. The only problem with Mark II, though, is it's so expensive. It is very, very expensive, those Mark IIs. But anyway, what's our next goal? Our next goal is to get part assembly done, but we need to start working on some of these other factories in order to kind of make them a bit better. Because currently a lot of the factories are just stage 1 factories, or just one-step factories, essentially. So we've got this one. This one is never going to change. You're never going to be able to upgrade this. But we've got a miner mining limestone, which is turning it into concrete. And that concrete is being turned into, or that limestone is being turned into concrete. So I'm going to take a couple stacks of that. We'll take those 2 stacks. So we're making plenty of concrete. It does take a while for that concrete to stack up like that, because they stack up to 500 each. And then over here, which we don't need, but over here we've got rods and plates. We got one machine making rods. Is this a machine making rods? I think this machine is making rods. Okay. So how many rods is this making a minute? This is making 15 rods a minute. See, this needs 30, that needs, and that's giving 30. This needs 15, so we can get another rod machine going. So this is basically what I mean by we need to do multiple stage factories here. As well. Didn't we get the cast screw recipe recently? Thought we did. Let's check the, we could always check the codex here. Oh. Nah, maybe not. Boosteroid hates that. I don't know why it doesn't let me to. You gotta click in it pretty fast. Eh. Give it to me! It does not like that cursor change. Yep, I can't even type in it. Okay, well. I could do the quick search, I guess. We'll hit N here. We'll hit screw, enter. There we go. Okay, so we do have the alternate recipe, cast screw, which takes iron and turns it immediately into screws. So we're going to do that recipe. So this one is producing 30 iron ore per minute, and this one is receiving 30 iron ore per minute. Let's see. Let me put down a constructor real quick. I want to see how much iron ore or how much iron ingots that's going to take. Yeah, I don't know why Boosteroid hates the cursor change. I don't understand that. So it's not really a bad thing. There is ways around it. It's just it's so strange to me that it's that. It's one of those things that you would have to understand how it works in order to understand it. Makes sense. Alternate cast screws. So this one needs 12.5 per minute. I think we can spare that. because this one's making 30 and this machine is only taking 15. And this is going to make a lot of screws. So what I'm going to do is we don't have this on factories or on factory floors or anything like that yet, so I'm not going to worry about it. But this is a lot of this is going to be temporary. It's going to be temporary for a very long time. Okay, so we can put a splitter right here, and then we can put a 3. Let's see. Yep, that works. Like I said, temporary. We're going to send the other half of the ingots that this machine is making, and we're going to turn them into screws. So let's grab some power. So I'm just going to grab this power pole right here. It already has 4 connections on it, so we're going to have to grab this pole here. This is why people are just like, you put too many poles around your base. You don't need to put so many poles. It's just like, yeah, until you run out of connections. And then you're just like, then you're thankful, I'm out of cable. That's not a problem. We can fix that real quick. So production. Production, there we go. Let's go ahead and put down one of these, little craft bench, and we can make ourselves some cable here. So we add some wire. I'll probably make myself like, I don't know, 100 cable maybe. 20, 30, 40. It's just because those constructors take up so much cable in order to put down. They take up 8 cable per. So even with 80 cable, you can only put down 8 constructors. So there we go. Should be enough. I'm going to leave that there so I can construct later. And then what that does, it allows me to put this, connect that to power. There we go. And now we're making cast screws. And we have enough belt for this as well. So it does take a little bit longer to make the screws, but I think it's shorter. It makes 20. Let's see. Yep, it makes 10 screws extra per minute, even though it makes more at a time. It makes 50 screws rather than 40 screws. So, plus we take out the step of having to do screws or rods into screws. So the normal recipe is iron ore into iron ingots, into rods, into screws. With this recipe, it's iron ore into iron ingots, into screws. So we skip a step, essentially. Which is incredibly important as well. Yeah, and like I said, it's all going to be temporary, so we're not going to worry about how it looks right now. Eventually, we'll get this all on like factory floors and stuff. So there's our screws being made. Now we need cable. Cable's the other level 2 factory we're going to need to make. So since we've got splitters and mergers and things now, we can go ahead and set up for cable. This is why I haven't done it yet, is because setting up for cable requires splitters and mergers, essentially. So if we look at this is producing 30 copper ingots per minute. This one is only taking up 22. Now this one's overclocked, so just so we can make that wire a little bit faster. But we're going to go right next to this machine here. Because I think we're going to need 2 wire machines, if I remember right, in order to make cable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split off from this, and we're going to go this way with it, I think. How much does it take? I think it's 15. So we might have 3 wire machines. Or no, we can't. Actually, no, we can, actually. Because this is producing 60. So what we need is another smelter. Let me move this pole here. Let's move this pole, get it a little bit tighter in here, so it's out of the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from here to here. And then we're going to have to remove this power pole. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another power pole and I'm going to put it out here because I'm going to have another machine there. So this power pole is going to be responsible for this machine, and that's it. And then this one's going to be responsible for the miner, I suppose. Oh wait, this wasn't supposed to go here. Let's see, this one's supposed to go here first. So to this, to that, and then this one to that machine. Yeah, okay. That makes way more sense. So this one's going to be to this and to this other smelter as well. Let's go ahead and grab another smelter. I don't know if we're going to be able to put a splitter on it. We may have to move stuff a little further along here, which is going to be fun. So I'm going to have to rework that. So conveyor splitter. Yeah. Whoa, wait. That's a merger, by the way. I need a splitter. It's going to let me do it. Is it going to let me connect? Oh, it is. Like I said, it's not going to look pretty, but for now, we don't have means of making big factories yet, so we're just going to leave that alone. Since this can do 2 machines, copper ingots, it's 30 and 30. So basically what that means is that belt that's in that splitter there is 60 right now. So we can absolutely do that. All right, let's go ahead and give that power. So that's going to start making ingots. And then we're going to grab this. Actually, I'm going to merge. Sorry, hold on. Or we're going to split again. So this one right here is going to be dedicated to just making wire, because we need both. We need wire and cable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this along just about halfway as much, and maybe a quarter as much. We'll move it like right here-ish. And then I'm going to put another machine next to it. And then what I'm going to do is we'll do a 3 again. We'll grab this, go from here to here. And that gives us enough room to put a splitter on this. Because if you remember, this smelter is doing 30 ingots per minute. That's as fast as it can go. This machine, which is a wire machine, only needs 15 per minute in order to make that 30 wire. Well, that 30 wire, or that this 30 per minute here, this ingots, I can split between both machines, and now we're making 60 wire on this belt. Now you're probably wondering, why do you need to make that much? Is because when I go into this next machine here, oh, this is going to be interesting. So I'll just have to use the belt. So we're going to put the belt into here. Now if we go into this machine and we click on cable, and we look at it, see how cable needs 60 wire per minute in order to be efficient. Both of these are going to be making wire. So it's going to be 30 and 30. We're going to merge the belts again. Merge the belts back here. Hello there. Big dude. Yeah. So we need to get power to both of these. Actually might wait until this is full. Yeah, let's wait until this gets full up with maximum stack, which is 100. Okay then. I've been sitting here for just a little bit, just waiting for these machines to fill back up, which they have. I also used some of the wire out of that box there, and I also helped to make copper ingots and stuff in order to completely fill this system, because it's going to be 100% efficient, and I like the belts to be full. So this one's got 100 copper ore and 100 copper ingots in it. Like I said, I made a bunch as well, helped the machines make, smelt some. I also took the wire out of that box, put 500 wire in this one, 500 wire in this one, and also counting the belts. And I put 500 wire in the cable machine, so it just starts working immediately. And I put a box at the end so that we can collect the cable. So now we'll be making wire and cable, once I get it hooked up, of course, to power. Of course, also, if you notice in the UI, there is a power switch as well to turn off machines if you like. So we're going to go ahead and connect to that. I'm going to put an extra power pole in here. Seems a bit excessive, but it might be useful later. So we'll just put a power pole right there. Connect both of these. That machine and that machine. I'm stuck. Then we'll grab this power pole to this power pole. Done. And now the machine should be working. Well, these aren't going to work because this needs to start making. But since this system is working exactly 100% and we're not producing extra, I wanted the machines to be full. So basically this miner is going to be running all the time. These smelters are going to be running all the time. Well, not this one. That one's going to be running half the time. This one's going to be running full time. And then these two wire machines are going to be running full time. And this one's going to be running full time. They're never going to shut off because of excess or not enough. They're going to be running exactly 100%, just like the cable machine. As you see, it's spitting out cable. So now we have a machine automating cable for us as well. So we have everything we need in order to complete parts assembly. And then once we get parts assembly unlocked, that's going to unlock the assemblers for us, so that we can start. We can actually start making other things, like the rotors and the reinforced plating that we need as well for the machines and for Mark II belts and stuff. So going to be pretty darn cool. If you remember as well, last time we had gotten a lot of this set up as well. So we've got production paused. Oh, we turned all this off because we didn't have enough presence. That's right. Okay. So we need to get the presence going inside this as well. So let's go ahead and grab that box down there. I completely forgot this existed. I just put a box down there and started collecting. So collecting presents, you think, oh, I collected a lot of presents. That must took forever. It actually doesn't. When you're in an area like this, where it's all flat land, just collect presents within your area. Don't collect ones that are too far away. Just kind of collect the ones falling in your area. And if you keep collecting, they'll keep falling, and you just repeat that process, and you'll be doing pretty darn good as far as that goes. So, whoops. Actually, you know what? Let me throw the plates and rods that I have in here, because I have way too many. There we go. Nope, not quite. There we go. Okay. So now we have enough plates, enough rods. And then we'll get the screws and the cable. We'll do those too. What was I going to do? I've already forgotten. Oh, presents, yeah. Let me get rid of this box. Why isn't this making? Oh, are we out of stuff? Yep, looks like we're out of, we're out of biomass. And we need to go and collect some more, to be honest. But let me get those, let me get the present, or the Christmas factory going. This is just a temporary Christmas factory, but I don't know if it'll ever become a place where there's going to be a permanent one. I'm not really sure if there'll ever be a time when that happens. It might just be this, and that'll be the end of it. So let's go ahead and put all the presents in here, and let them sort themselves between each machine. I keep double pressing space because I have two different series going, or I have one other series going on, and then I have another game where I have the hover packs. You double tap space to enable it. So I keep double tapping space. Oh, it looks like this production was actually on. I need to turn that off. Okay. Stop. Okay. Let me go get that Christmas stuff. At least the stuff we're making. And then we can throw it. I did that again from last time. Nice! I hurt myself. My poor legs. My poor freaking legs. Ah. The only annoying bit is I can't use mods on Satisfactory. Ah, grumble, grumble. We're making bows, right? Yeah. And then these and these. Okay. So now that we got boxes for them, we can go throw them in. But yeah, on my modded Satisfactory series, I have a mod that allows me to buy power shards and hard drives from the Fix-It factory, or from the Fix-It store, or the Awesome Shop, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, I sorely miss that. I really do, because it was a lot of fun. So that one's blue baubles. There's our tree branches. Tree branches, candy canes. Oh, we're not going to be able to make the iron and copper baubles yet for a long time because we don't have access to foundries yet either. So that's going to be fun. We're going to have to step it up a little bit to get access to foundries, so that we can even think about making gift trees and stuff like that, because that takes iron and copper baubles, and yeah, we don't have access to those. So let's get these going. Turn on all these machines here. Oh, we blew a fuse. Either we ran out, or I just turned on a whole heck of a lot of stuff that we couldn't afford to turn on. I guess we'll go find out. Okay, yeah, it looks like we turned on too much. Let's see where we blew the fuse at. Yeah, it looks like we hit our capacity. Wait, we dropped capacity, didn't we? Or no, is this correct? No, 30, 60, 90, that is correct. Okay, so we'll just have to add another burner then, which should put our capacity up to 120. So we're going to need to collect even more stuff, or even more solid biofuel. We're going to need even more of that, but now that we have a factory for it, we should have enough to be able to keep this going. So first I am going to try and get these back up to 200. See how much we're left with. Okay, looks like we'll be left with enough to go and grab some more. Sweet. So that's all 4 filled, right? I think on my series, my season 3, I ended up with like 20 of these or something. Was it 10 or was it 20? I ended up with before we finally switched over to coal power. What the? Oh, I'm an idiot. Whoops. Hello there, big guy. How's it going? Don't worry about me. I'm just being stupid. I filled it up, but I forgot to actually connect it. There we go. Okay, that'll increase our capacity to 120, and now we're finally over our max consumption once again. Max consumption, basically all that means is just, that's the blue line. That just means if all the machines, everything connected to the network, if it was all running at once, that's how much it would consume. But you hardly ever hit your max consumption, because your factories aren't going to all be going at one time. But anyway, that gives us, now that we've got the presents going, and we have 100 solid biofuel, we're going to go collect some more over this way, because there's still more forest to chop down on this side of the river. But pretty soon I'm going to have to start heading into the jungle over here by the desert cliffs in order to collect more. Because of that, because I'm going to run out. So let's go ahead and head on over here. You can see the destruction I've already caused over here. It's green, but that's just the grass. The grass and the the foliage that I can't use. Too bad I can't turn it back into desert. I probably would. Yeah, all of this stuff. Just the grass and just the forest floor. It was a whole forest here. Well, it was more bushes than anything, but yeah, this is where I kind of ended when my inventory filled up. Speaking of which, yeah, we got plenty of space. All right, let's get the chopping. Ooh, have I picked up sulfur yet? Don't know. Nope.
Data shows this as a mix of sulfide and sulfate minerals. It could be an indication of recent volcanic activity. A new research tree exploring volatile self-defense applications can now be accessed in the MAM.
Nice. Now we can unlock weaponry. Sweet. I'm still collecting. Thought I heard you over here. Friggin' summer sloop.
Breaking news from Earth. Widespread chaos and mayhem. World President urges all citizens to do their part and harvest alien artifacts.
Take more of that sulfur, thank you very much. I think I need a bit more. I can't remember if it's 50 or 100 you needed. Research. That's okay though. I did collect a bunch of stuff now that we're almost back at base. Was that more sulfur there, or is that that's limestone? Yeah, I'd collected a whole bunch of stuff. Let's see, once I collect this right here. Look how many flowers. or flowers. Look how many leaves I have. 4,200. I ran myself completely out of solid biofuel, so we can turn a lot of that into biomass as well. So this one gets the wood. I almost filled up my inventory too. This one gets that, but we're going to take half of that and I'm going to help it make 3, 4, yeah, there we go. And 5 because I make it faster. Also found a slug while I was out there tearing down nature. So let's go make that slug into a power shard. I have 22 power shards, very nice. So the sulfur research, do I have any more? I have some more caterium. Let's go ahead and do the research for that. So caterium ingots. Oop, let's go ahead and start the research on those. Okay, and then we need 50 caterium wire, or 50 caterium ingots. Do we have enough? No, we're just short. Balls. Well, when we get 50 caterium ore, I'll go ahead and make the ingots and get that wire unlocked. What about the sulfur? And quartz as well. So, sulfur, here we go. You needed 10 to start out with. And we do have some coal, so we can make black powder. We can learn how to make black powder. Because coal isn't used for anything as far as I know. What about the quartz? Okay, so silica. This allows us to buy silica in the shop, which will also unlock our path to blade runners. And then quartz crystal. Allow that to buy it in the shop as well, which will unlock the crystal oscillator, but we can do that later. So we need 50 silica. 50 silica. I don't think we have enough quartz. Oh, no, we do. Okay, so we're going to do 50 silica. I want them blade runners right now. The earliest ability to make them right now. It's like I definitely want that. So 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Now this doesn't unlock us to the ability to have them. It unlocks the ability to make them. I forgot that they moved that to the quartz tree. So go ahead and start research on that. Very nice. So now we have blade runners that we can make, and we need 200 silica. Do we have enough quartz to make 200 silica? I don't think we do. No. I can make another 50 silica, that's about it. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave that for right now. Let's put that in there, put that in there. Okay, and then the research for sulfur to unlock the ability to make black powder. Okay, this one we need some more sulfur. We need heavy modular frames, or sorry, modular frames, and then we need uh, rotors as well. This one needs steel, so we can't even do that. That one also needs steel, so we can't even do that. So that's as far as we can progress that one. This one needs more quartz. This one needs more quartz crystal. This one needs quartz crystal and rebar. Okay, we're going to leave that for now. I might be able to do that one here in a minute. The ability to scan for slugs. So berries. I think we have all that, don't we? Yeah, because I saved it. Yeah. It's like because I saved it for research for later. That's under the nutrients tab. Let's go and research those. So this unlocks the ability to scan it as well with the item scanner. So we can search for food with the item scanner. Same with this one. So we gotta unlock all three in order to get to this one here. Wait, no, we don't. But anyway, I still gotta do it though. Okay, now we can scan for all three. So now the next one needs steel. Those are steel pipes there, those black ones. So that's as far as we can advance that until we unlock steel. That one requires a yellow. This one requires screws. I'm sure we got the screws by now. I mean, holy crap. Yeah, that all requires steel, right? Actually, this one requires a bit of other things. We can't advance this until we have assemblers, so. Or, sorry, what are they called? I've already forgotten. But yeah, we need those for later as well for other stuff, so. We're going to go ahead and do that. Let's put the flower petals in there and the sulfur. Okay. Alright, now let's go ahead and make some more biomass leaves, shall we? Alrighty then. I've been making for quite a while. That one took a long time to get me and the machines through, but sounds like the machines are out and I am out of biomass, so that is all of the biofuel I can make. I've been here for probably about an hour doing all that. Let's see how much the machine has made as far as biofuel. Oh, sweet Jesus. We have a lot. We probably only need two. Oh, grab all three stacks. And we'll bring back what we don't need. But sweet, we got plenty of biofuel for a little while. And everything else has been making, of course. So I'm going to go ahead and fill these up. Looks like they were pretty low. Yeah, they were pretty darn low as well. So I gotta grab another stack. Okay, so you have 5 stacks left, which is good because that gives me plenty to go out and get more, plus the machines themselves. It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna fill these all back up again because I like them all to be full. Okay, I have 175 left. Now we could overclock those as well. So let's go grab the screws, go grab the cable, see how much everything is made. Looks like we're still smelting up there. We might be running low on presents, but There was quite a lot there, so it's not like we were hurting on presents. So at least we will have a decent amount of a lot of different stuff. Look at this thing making screws. Oh, sweet Jesus. That's a lot of screws. That's a heck of a lot of screws. I'm going to put this 4 in there because we really don't need to be carrying screws around unless we plan on making reinforced plate, which eventually we might. Um, I'm doing pretty good on plates and rods, so yep, all we need is the cable. So we'll just head up the hill here. Eventually, what I want to do with this is I do want to make individual factories. So I want to make a smeltery that's going to smelt all of our iron. Um, this will be long way down the road and smelt all of our copper, make all of our concrete, tier 1 factories basically, or step 1 factories, or low grade factories basically. And then the next factory, and then we get shipped all those ingots over to another factory that makes your iron plates, and then another factory over here that makes your iron rods, and then another factory over there that makes your copper sheets and wire, copper sheets, and then another factory that makes your wire, and then another factory that makes your cable. Basically, every step of the process is going to be its own factory. So looks like those are staying good full. Oh my gosh, that is quite a lot. I'm going to grab a couple stacks for myself as well. I always like to have a couple stacks of cable on me because um, cable gets used a lot in a lot of different things, including hooking up power. So I'm also going to get myself to a full stack of wire. Very nice. Now, unfortunately, I can't just let this game run because of Boosteroid. I'd have to let it run on my own computer, which I could do, I suppose, but I just don't have the time to do that. My computer's always doing something. But yeah, let's go ahead and get parts assembly unlocked, because that'll be the next goal. And then next time, we'll be able to start doing assemblers. We'll be able to start making rotors and frames, modular frames, and reinforced plating. That all takes assemblers. So this will unlock assemblers, by the way. Okay, and launch. Sweet.
Milestone reached. More complex assembly of parts can now be automated. Project assembly parts can now be constructed and sent up via the space elevator. Note: project parts are too complex to produce by hand.
Yeah, so we can't make. So basically, what it's saying is anything in the phase, anything that says phase, these are smart platings right here. It's saying that the phase assembly stuff or the phase project stuff cannot be made by hand. So anything that's over here on the left, we can make all of that. We can make the parts for it, but we can't make the actual item. So this, I believe this includes everything um, with the phases. So phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and phase 4 cannot be completed by hand. You do need machines to do it. So this is basically their push. This is the final push of the game to get you out of handcrafting stuff and to think about automating everything. So that's pretty much that. Um, so yeah, as far as Ficsmas goes, we're not able to continue until we have foundries unlocked. Which foundries don't come until way later. Is it gonna be able to tell us? I wonder if it'll tell us. So in order to continue any of these tiers, oh, we could do this one. Let's do the bonus seek program. I have everything for it, so when the when the ship returns, we'll send it back off again. Um, but what I did want to look at, so logistics Mark II, we could also do pretty easily. Yeah, it's not going to even let us click on these. Okay, that's fine. So unlock bonus sync program as well, which allows us to sync materials, and this will allow us to start earning tickets and buy stuff from the store. Basically, most of it's like cosmetic stuff. Some of it's pretty darn useful, but it's not required. The You could go the entire game without unlocking this. You don't need it, essentially, to complete the game. This is, like I said, the Awesome Shop is mostly cosmetic or stuff that's more of quality of life stuff that makes your life easier. Like, for instance, like unlocking the wall connectors for power, the wall connectors for belts and for pipes and stuff like that. You don't need that stuff in order to complete the game, but it does make your life easier. And a lot of it's just like cosmetic stuff. Like you see these foundations here. You know how these foundations cost 5 concrete and 2 iron plate. So they're relatively expensive at the very beginning of the game. Eventually, you'll have so much iron plate and concrete you don't know what to do with. But um, you could make this cheaper by buying concrete um, foundations in the Awesome Shop, and that'll unlock. So instead of 5 concrete and 2 plates costing for each foundation, it'll cost 7 concrete instead of concrete and plates. You'll just need concrete in order to make it. Or if you want like shiny, like coated concrete, that's like concrete and plastic. And if you want asphalt, that is also just concrete and stuff like that. When you go into the steel, you can get to like the steel walls, and the concrete, you get the concrete walls for that just cost concrete as well, and stuff like that. Just fun stuff, um, and to make your factories look cool and stuff like that. But anyway, we're gonna wait for the ship to return here real quick, and then we'll go ahead and end the episode because we're getting close to our episode ending. Plus, I gotta get this episode out. My voice is starting to go as well. I was part of a stream that was almost 6 hours long, and then on top of that, I'm doing this as well. So yeah. Looks like we're still running through the presents. I'll go ahead and collect more presents before next time as well, just like I did this time. That way we have presents to use to continue with this stuff. Because right now, we've actually made a decent amount of stuff, so we could definitely work on that. But like I said, we need assemblers, which we just unlocked. So now if we look in the production tab, we now have the assembler, which also costs rotors. But this thing, you know how the constructors explain this. You know how the constructors and the smelters are both one input, one output. So the constructor will take one item and make it into something else. The smelters will take ore, or in this case presents, because it's the Ficsmas event, and turn it into the Ficsmas stuff. The constructors will take whatever and turn it into one other thing. The assemblers, however, this is where it gets a little more advanced. The assemblers take two things. They take two things in order to make one thing. So rotors, for instance, take rods. Was it rods and screws? I think it was. We can type in N. I think it's rotors as rods and screws. Whoops, I got my caps locked. No, I don't have my caps locked on. Why is it caps locking? Okay, yeah. Rods and screws. And this is where the cast screws recipe really shines with the rotors, because cast screws is very, very valuable because of how many screws it takes per rotor. So we got rotors, and then we've got smart plate. We got the modular frames, which is rods and reinforced plating. That one we're going to need the assemblers for the reinforced plating as well. So it's going to be an assembler feeding an assembler on top of a constructor feeding it as well. And this one is reinforced plating and rotors makes the smart plating, and that'll take us into phase 2. But what we want to do is we want to unlock everything in the tiers for phase 1. And we want to try and get some more hard drives so we can get some of those more early alternate recipes, because those early alternate recipes are going to save us later in the game. So a nice strategy is to go and look for hard drives while you're in phase 1. Go and look for those hard drives to unlock those easier recipes, those recipes that are going to save you in the long term. And then in the long term, you're going to be like thankful, going, oh man, I'm glad I got all those hard drives early on. Because that is saving my butt right now. All right, so 500 wire, 200 that, 400 of that, and 200 of that. And launch. Off she goes.
Milestone reached. You have been given early access to the anti-waste effort for stress testing of materials on exoplanets bonus program. Funneling parts into the awesome resource sink, depending on their amount and complexity, will grant you coupons in the awesome store, which can be exchanged for bonus rewards. Examples of bonus content are parts, walls, factory attachments, and cosmetics. Fixit is working hard to develop additional options, which will be added to the awesome store in the future. Go that extra kilometer. Go awesome.
Okay, so this is like she just explained, it unlocks the awesome shop and the resource sink. So the awesome shop, let me go grab some materials for the awesome shop. Do we have enough for the resource sink? We do. We don't really need the resource sink at the current moment. We just need the awesome shop. So luckily the awesome shop doesn't take power. We can just throw that down over near the hub. So we'll go get some screws real quick. So basically what I want to buy is I want to buy the radio. Because the radio is going to allow us to have music, and then when I start these episodes with Boosteroid, we can have music in the background. Because the music from the music in the game that comes with the game, as far as the main menu, essentially, in the options, there's a music slider. That music that plays in the game and in the main menu, that stuff is copyrighted. You cannot play that on YouTube without having the permission of the copyright owner. However, the music on the radio with the tapes, you can play that music because it's not copyrighted. And I know this because I just want... should I just take 200? Or sorry, 500. Let's put the awesome store down real quick. I'll put the rest of the screws in there. I always like to carry around the 200 screws so I can put down the awesome store wherever I go. Pick that up real quick. Then we'll go put it by the hub. I didn't want to look at it too hard, but yeah, like I said, the music from the radio itself is not copyrighted because that's all made in-house. As far as what they've said, they said it's all made by them. So, and they're not going to copyright it because there's a lot of YouTubers that play Satisfactory. And to have some uncopyrighted music is a nice option. I don't know if that's the reason they didn't copyright it, but I do thank them for that. So where should we have our awesome store? We should have our awesome store probably just right next to the thing. We'll put it up here on top of this ledge. Alright, so this is what the awesome store looks like before I put it down, just with the hologram. This is what the awesome shop looks like normally. This changes once I place it down because of the Ficsmas event. The other thing I'm going to do, because we are going to change the grid. Because like I said, it is going to eventually be on this grid, so I want to put the awesome shop on this grid specifically. There we go. So now, like I said, when I build it now, see how it's like Christmassy? It's got the Christmas hat, stuff like that. So let's go ahead and go into the awesome shop. This is the stuff you can buy. Now, obviously, this stuff is unavailable because I don't have the resources to make the stuff for it. So I'm going to leave that alone. Let's go grab our tickets real quick. But yeah, you can buy all kinds of cool stuff in the awesome shop. I'm hoping that they continue to add more to it. Because being able to add to it is going to be amazing for more stuff. Just more stuff. Oh yeah, I completely forgot. Oh no, we don't have that unlocked yet. Never mind, we'll talk about that later. Once I unlock it, of course. Completely forgot that I haven't unlocked it yet. So yeah, conveyor wall ceiling mounts. Conveyor ceiling mounts. Conveyor wall mounts. Conveyor lift holes. Power connectors. Foundations. Unlock different foundation shapes. Unlock different wall shapes, including windows, doors. unlock different structural stuff. Quite a lot in here. What's really handy to get early on is the ladder. We won't be purchasing that just yet. And then the customizer, like I said, we got the coated concrete, we got the concrete, we got grip metal foundations, which are steel. You need steel for those, and then the asphalt. And then we've got concrete walls, steel walls, glass roof, um, the steel roof, and then the tar roof, which is concrete. And then all of these stickers. There's much more that the game's not showing. So, and then we got the Ficsmas cart, and this is where I wanted the tickets. So the boombox, and let's grab all of the tapes available to us. Now, this is not all the tapes in the game. There are more tapes you can find in the world, but the absolute Fix It tape and the Sanctum 2 the Sanctum 2 boombox tape is definitely my favorites. So we're going to go ahead and buy those. Very nice. Now, you're like, where'd the tapes go? It's part of the thing, so you don't have to have tapes in your inventory. But if we go into our hand slot, swap this out for the chainsaw real quick. Here's our boombox. It's a classic boombox. I had one, or I didn't have a big one like this. I had a small one, but I did have a kind of mobile tape player that took D batteries when I was a child. So I did have a. It wasn't nice like this. It was a cheap one from Wally World. So, but yeah, if you hold R or push R, sorry, and then what you can do is you can do a few different things. You could skip tracks. You can change the volume. We're going to change the volume. The volume slider's not happy with Boosteroid there. So there, that's probably good. We'll change the tape to absolute Fix It. Very nice. And now we have music, which is awesome. Also, the boombox isn't just a boombox, by the way. I'm gonna demonstrate it on this dude, but if you right click, see that trigger turbo bass? Scare him off. You can use this to damage enemies. Really freaking cool stuff. Love it. And you can put it away. Now the other thing you can do with it, if you don't want to carry the boombox around, but you want to play music where, say you're working in somewhere locally, you're not going to go too far away, you can middle click, and it puts the boombox down. And as you move away, it's got proximity audio. So it all comes from the boombox, but I like to carry it around. And you can just equip it. Like I said, you can change tracks, you can pause it, you can change volume. Really cool stuff. So now we can have music while we do the intro, while we play. Very nice. And I love the Absolute Fix-It tape and the Sanctum 2 tape. Those are my two favorites. They played some of the best music. Really awesome. Anyway, let's go ahead and make those reinforced plates that we need. So we got 36. How many did we need? We need 50. Okay. So let me make those real quick. There's the screws. Okay. There's our last one there. Alright, I'll throw them in, because we got all the materials for this. Oh, we need rods now. One second. Okay. I got my rods, I got my plates from over there. I had to grab more plates too, because I was pretty low from making all those reinforced platings. Alright, so this, this, and this. And launch. And now we got Mark II belts.
Milestone reached. Improved versions of conveyor belts and conveyor lifts are now accessible. To encourage additional verticality, conveyor poles now have a stackable variant.
Yep. Really nice. So what she's talking about, basically, if you go into logistics now, you're going to see Mark II stuff. Yeah, normally you got conveyor pole here. But if you want to stack belts on top of each other, you can use this stack variant or this stackable conveyor pole, and this allows you to stack. You can also change it to zoom mode, go as high all the way to 10, stuff like that. Very, very nice. So yeah, now you can stack belts to kind of, rather than putting belts next to each other, you could put belts on top of each other to save space and all that cool stuff. But yeah, now we have Mark II. So as you can imagine, Mark Ones can transport up to 60 resources per minute. Mark Twos can do 120, so it's double, um, which is really awesome. Now Mark Threes aren't double; they're over double, but that's besides the point. Basically, you go up in how fast these belts can actually transport. The belts are pretty slow at the moment. Even Mark Twos are pretty slow. Usually I skip Mark Twos and go to Mark Threes, but we do need some Mark Twos, and we're still a decent ways away from steels, so Mark Twos will have to do for now. But anyway, that is going to be it for an episode of Satisfactory. I would like to thank Boosteroid for allowing me to be one of their partners in their partnership program, and stuff like that. It really means a lot to me because while I'm promoting Boosteroid and the Boosteroid content, or doing content on the Boosteroid platform, using their service, they promote my channel and they help me grow as well, which is really awesome and whatnot. And just as a reminder, a quick reminder, there is a link down in the description below should you wish to purchase a subscription with Boosteroid. You can use that link down in the description below, and you do help out the channel. So if you decide to do that, I do thank you. But anyway, like I said, that is going to be it. So hopefully y'all have yourselves a great holiday season. If I don't see you until next week or whatever, hopefully y'all have yourselves a great week as well, because I know the weekend's over. Unfortunately, it is going to be Monday, or it is Monday, so that's unfortunate. But anyway, hopefully y'all have yourselves a great holiday season, a great week, all that good stuff. And if you don't celebrate the holidays, hopefully you have yourselves a great rest of the month and into the new year. But like I said, that is going to be it. So I do hope you enjoyed, and until next time, I guess it's a goodbye. Like I said, my voice is starting to go. Blech. All right, goodbye.